O le whaamama awenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi, mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa, a o tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaava yaso. Whaonga nei lolna wa unanga forward ta ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa o membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua i whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni mato account, o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga i Samoa. E ia inga i tahu na whaamalia ina, mo nisi whaamatalanga i le nei au nanga fo. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa i le valu tolu o.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
Ole si tūlanga pitusili o le tāu. Ole lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. Ona whaanga le whaatau i o loa e au ngā mole ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa so fua tau e le sia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana whaatau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua mau le apususi o se wa fine. So se paro loa fai ngo fie. A me se le tferwa i mala telefoni. Tai mi uma. Ai lo la fo mer cash ona ino o te maore ainga.
Pa te tu la le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo pa tai. Ma lo la le tsam pai.
Pa tai talo pa voucher. Teki talo pa voucher.
Kia ora, talofa lava malo elele. And a warm Pacific greetings for your Tuesday. I'm feeling pumped today. I've got so much energy, and we hope that everyone is doing really well. And look, you know, it's all about being positive on a Tuesday afternoon. It's a little bit chilly here in Auckland, New Zealand, or Aotearoa as we celebrate the Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori here in New Zealand. Claudia, the beautiful Claudia, how are you? Can the real Claudia please stand up?
Kia ora, and talofa lava, everyone, malo elele. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to admit that I'm a little bit nervous right now because, you know, in honor of Māori Language Week, my beautiful friend Bear is going to ask me some questions or it's going to make me guess some Māori words and translate them in English.
Right.
So,
but you know, before
I don't embarrass myself.
Yeah. Look, Claudia, don't worry, I'm not that cruel. But before we get into it, a massive whatalawhatu to Rachel, who's just tuned in as well. Rachel is actually one of our sisters.
Oh, hi, Rachel.
To protect Claudia. So thank you so much for tuning in. We've got Johnny in there as well. But a massive thank you to everyone that continues to show a lot of love and support. We do have Falute of Pacific 40 that will be joining us soon. And after our first segment, we will be showing you a few images from Samoa, the beautiful Samoa, and what they've been up to lately. So before we get into it, a massive whawhitai lava, i le awhionga, ia whai malo Alan Stowers of Pacific Money Transfer. Look, there's so much good things that you can do and help and support our beautiful families in Samoa. And if you do need to do that, you can do that with Pacific 40 here in New Zealand and send that alofa or aroha back to Samoa. And of course, our beautiful Falute, who will be joining us in partnership with Samoa Tourism Authority. We have her today on the show as well. And of course, Malta o Samoa, who are 100% behind us. So if you are driving along in a Pea and you're thinking, oh, I need to gas up, you can go over to Malta or Samoa or just to any of our small businesses in Samoa. But we've got Se Oriana, who is also available online, and you can get some beautiful A's from Se Oriana, or you know, we've got Makanet, we've got the Pacific Business Hub, we've got Seki Works. So many people have helped our team here build this platform so that we get to share their journeys with you, our people with you. But Man, let's get into it, Claudia, right?
Yes, I just want to say a very special hello and hola to my beautiful friend, Rachel. And her Māori is pretty much on point. She is commenting in Māori in the comments in honor of Māori Language Week. So thanks so much, Rachel. And she also says to tell Falute that her service got family in Samoa keen and texting for vouchers every week. So it's doing the job, but I am ready for bring it on.
Ready.
Hopefully I don't embarrass myself.
If you've only just tuned in, we are celebrating o te wiki o te reo Māori here in New Zealand. And like all of the other language weeks, we thought that we would still honour this beautiful language. So today,
and it's not Maori. We're not saying Maori. We're saying
Maori. The Māori.
No, I have heard some people that say Maori week. We don't do this on BluTable.
And if you are Māori and you have tuned in, we do apologise in advance if we have pronounced it incorrectly just a little bit. But here we go. So what I'm going to do is I've got 10 Māori words that I'm going to throw out here. I thought I'd make it easy today so that Claudia can be familiar with the words. Okay?
This is not going to go well, but
10. So I'm going to give you the Māori word and you have to guess it. And if you are here in the chat and you know the English term for these Māori words, help Claudia out. First one, marae.
Do you know what? No. Well, a marae, I know what a marae is, but I'm just thinking of the correct English translation. Is it like it's a place where people gather?
Yes.
But it's not a home, but I don't know what the specific English translation is.
Well,
a meeting place?
Yes, it's a meeting whare house.
Okay.
Meeting house.
So I got it right?
Second word. Ready? Titiro.
Oh, I've heard this. Can I get a clue?
Titiro mai.
Are you looking?
Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Next one. If you're watching, help Claudia out. The next one. Kakariki.
Green.
Yes. Next one.
I had to sing the song in my head.
The next one. Tahi.
1. I'm stressed playing with like my highlighter. I'm like holding onto my highlighter here.
Next word. Hangi.
Oh, it's when you cook in the ground.
Yes. Oh, wow. I'm impressed. Next one. Rachel is hapu.
Oh, I know it's sacred. No, wait.
Rachel is hapu. Rachel Stowers must.
I know this word. Oh, no, it's not. Wait.
Okay. Ask Rachel Stowers, are you hapu?
I've got one word coming to my head, but I'm like, surely it's not that word. And it's not woman. What? Pregnant?
Yes.
Thank you, Sarah. Sarah commented. She helped me out. Thank you so much.
Okay, the next word is hikoi.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think I know this word.
Pass.
Can I get a clue? Or just someone in the chat wants to help me out.
Clue, but I'm going to use Rachel. Rachel, hikoi to the shop.
She goes, walks, runs,
yes.
Walks. Yes.
Hikoi is walk. Okay, the next one. Rachel Stowers has a massive iwi.
Family. Oh, no, it's not Farnell's family, but it's a extended group of people. Tribe.
Tribe, yes.
Tribe.
Iwi is tribe. And the last word for today is mahi.
I know what mahi means in Tongan, but in Māori it means work.
Yes, that's right. There you have it, guys. We just had a quick 10 to help us acknowledge and celebrate o te wiki o te reo Māori here on Blue TV. That's it from us, your girls.
I really like that because like I've heard a lot of these words growing up because I remember learning them in primary school, but it's really nice to just like do that refresher and remind yourself.
Yeah, and I think it is important, family and friends, that we do need to celebrate each culture. We do have Tuvaluan Language Week that's coming up. So don't forget, head over to the Ministry of Pasifika People and their page to celebrate the rich culture here in New Zealand. And also following Tuvaluan Language Week is Fijian Language Week. So don't forget, Ministry of Pasifika People is where you can find and download all of the resources that you need to celebrate our language weeks. But before we bring our beautiful Falute in, last week, recently, Samoa celebrated the 31st Te Wila Festival. It was unfortunately scaled back due to the pandemic and the restrictions. But you know what? We thought that here on Blue TV that we're going to share the beautiful, beautiful views and the awesome work that Samoa Tourism has, collaborated with their locals to bring such a joyous event and put it together for our amazing people in Samoa. Because you know what? It's all about being positive, and it's all about showing the beautiful work. So producers got some look at that. We've got the bouncy castles, and I've been told, and I've been reading into everything, that the kids were absolutely overwhelmed. The joy that it brought, to the children's face. And although that it was scaled back, it still brought a lot of memory. So there we've got photos of the boys, the sivafi. It's been awesome. So I just wanted to acknowledge Samoa Tourism Authority. Although it's been scaled back, they still managed to put a event together with the local there in Samoa to acknowledge the festival. With the Samoan culture villages, and also the night markets, which is something new there at the waterfront as well in Samoa. So there you have it, guys. All of the beautiful photos there.
I'm just going to say I am a little bit jealous. I mean, everyone just looks like they're having so much fun in these photos. And I love the bouncy castles.
Yeah. But look, if you have a look at the new night markets that's happening there as well, that's something different, and it's definitely bringing a new sense of hope there in Samoa. So it's beautiful. Look at that.
Absolutely amazing, huh?
It is.
Oh, that barbecue.
Oh, that reminds me, we do have a barbecue competition this week that we need to finalize as well. We've seen some pretty good, I love that.
I'm talking about barbecue. I'm just reading over the comments, and thank you so much to everyone that was helping me out with guessing the Māori words correctly. I do love Sarah's guess. I don't know what she was guessing, but she said protest.
I think it might have been Hikoi, because it's kind of similar. It's like was that right? Hikoi. I think so.
Rachel Stowers, she guessed tripe. I think you might be a little bit hungry, Rachel. But
she does. Rachel does have a massive tribe, and I do want to acknowledge Rachel for always showing love and support for our team here at Blue TV. Therefore, with recent events as well.
Definitely.
The real Claudia, please stand up. But anyways, look, we're taking up all of poor Falute's time.
Hold on. Sorry. I do have some COVID-19 updates to update everyone. But before I do, I just want to say a thank you to Ryan, who commented, certify Wahine Claudia.
Oh,
thank you. But we do have the COVID update, COVID-19 updates for today. There are 15 new cases in the community in Auckland, which is a lot better than yesterday. So guys, thank you for keeping in your bubble. There are no unlinked cases today, so all household links, which now brings the total to 970 community cases, all linked to the current outbreak, which is good news. 22 cases in hospital and 4 in intensive care. So that is the COVID-19 updates for today, guys. But yes, we are going to go into a very short break, and when we come back, we will bring out the stunning and intelligent Falute.
Stay tuned, guys.
Tau tua ma le au nanga remote tau sa mo service station nei tona I maki. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale ma le tele ni sio ma tau au nanga ese ese. Ai le ngata foile ma tau te sia ke ina fo ilo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang baik pak ulusa? Awalnya telepon, matu siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posilah dia. Mua tapi lah ucapan lepas out. Mua tapi lah telepon ni time out tu inai lah ucapan. Malah bayang mulu. Mana tua fu? Matua I pasa ina lo tau maktapa ai no fuanga papel. Mata Samoa. Ore mata mo Samoa. Mata te fia au na pe mo o Samoa. Aftaila fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Kia ora, talofa lava malo elele, and welcome back to Pea and Claudia BluTable Podcast. As you can see, we have the absolutely stunning Falute with us, and you know, every time I see her, I'm always just blown away by her beauty. But there is a lot more to her than that, I know. But how are you, Falute?
Oh, thank you, ladies. I'm so happy to see you both. It's been, what, 4 weeks now? Of being separated from both of you at the office.
It's been too long, but like, because we follow each other on Facebook, and I've seen that you've just celebrated your son's birthday. And I was just saying, you're an absolute, like, domestic goddess and domestic business person, because you seem to balance everything so effortlessly.
Oh, I tell you, you have to multitask when it comes to being a mother and running a business. It's not all flashy and all magical, but you know, you gotta do some and leave some.
Yeah.
There's always that balance, but sometimes you think, oh, what is balance these days when you're on lockdown?
Exactly.
You don't know what you have to do, and sometimes I do miss out on the important things that I need to do with the family and so forth. But you know, you got to do something and get out as well. Yeah, it's a mental thing as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But like, talking about your business and talking about balance and talking about your family as well, how has Pacific 40 been doing now that we are in lockdown?
During lockdown, it was quite busy. I think from last year's lockdown, we were very, very busy because we were the only company who was able to provide an instant service, and also the one who was already online and was very easy and convenient for people to use. The only problem at the time is people weren't used to doing online shopping. It was always a door-to-door business for people to send money to Samoa. But now converting everything online, it was quite difficult. There was a lot of numeracy, literacy, education that was needed to be done. Come this lockdown, a lot of people are now smart on how to use e-commerce, how to use a Visa card, how to use internet banking, and just navigating online of what are the businesses online of how to support their families back in Samoa. There's quite a number of people who are trying to get used to it. And that is just the elderlies, and especially the ones who are now staying home and had the opportunity to browse through Facebook or listen to the radio. They now hear that there's a service available for them to send food and support and love for their families back in Samoa. So the calls have been coming in nonstop. Oh, I heard about Talofa voucher. How does it work? How can we buy it? How does it work in Samoa? So for the last 2 weeks of lockdown, it was education again, how to use the platform, how does it work? So we've been able to grasp at that opportunity to re-educate our people of how to use the platform. And they've been sharing the word with their family and friends of how to use and how simple it is to get this done for their and just how it works for them at home. Just staying at home, they don't have to go anywhere and use the platform. So that was pretty much our first 2-3 weeks, and even now we still have new customers coming in. Because they've heard the word of mouth, they've heard it works. It's a trusted platform that they can now use for their families back in Samoa. So we're really excited and really happy that we're able to provide this service for our people here in New Zealand, not only New Zealand, but in Australia, America, around the world. We've had calls from America as well. That they've seen ads on Facebook and so forth. So yeah, we've been really busy, to sum it up.
What's Talai doing? Is he even happy? I'm kidding.
He has Digicel. So Digicel, there's a lot of people calling in of how to send money back in Samoa. Yeah. So yeah, and the top ups and that's Digicel.
I've seen him posting, and I've been quite cheeky, and I said, and I think in his post, his main post, his business post, I actually just commented, and I posted at Pacific 40 in the comment field, where all of his customers that like his post, they will then see any updates that were from Pacific 40. But I just thought I'd be cheeky and I'll check it out, and he just went, "What are you doing?" But no, it's good to see that you're both busy, and I know it must be difficult, during lockdown as well. And I know that last year you opened or you launched your business. Has there been any major changes that you've made to your business since the last lockdown? That has improved kind of like the service, or not really? You're kind of, everyone's still kind of like got the drift of the whole service, because I can tell you now, I think that's been my online addiction is Somi Mika, because I just send Talofa vouchers to my family in Samoa. But has there been any major changes since the last lockdown?
Yes, the major change is when we started during that lockdown, we only had about 16 stores on the rural areas. and the 4 main supermarkets, which is Farmer Joe and their wholesales, Aliki Wholesale. Since then, we expanded through cash bowers, cake shops, hotels, stationery, hardware, healthcare, since the last lockdown. And during the last 3 weeks, we were able to add a couple more, which was Georgie's Pizza, the most famous Georgie's Pizza. The day we launched them, we had them online. We had sales the same day, so which was really good for our businesses in Samoa. So yeah, that's the huge jump that we've that has happened since last year's lockdown.
That's cool. Congratulations.
Honestly, that is amazing, Falute. I'm just gonna read out a comment that Rachel has made in the chat. And it's really beautiful, and I think she's put it down really nicely. She said, "Thank you for your service. It was a very easy way of dealing with family in Samoa when we were busy with our ongoing routine day by day. The best is Falute and team managed to get all the important service in Samoa for us overseas, so in that way we pay directly to them instead of sending money, and family go buy alcohol instead." I didn't read that part, but it's they go buy alcohol instead, paying what the money was for. So yeah, thank you for your service. Alofa voucher.
Thank you, thank you, Rachel.
It was a very honest.
Rachel, she buys vouchers every week for her family in Samoa. So thank you, Rachel, for your support. Really appreciate it.
That's awesome. Yeah, and, I have to go back on what Rachel said as well, because it has been like the best form of any kind of transfer back to Samoa. But in saying that, I just wanted to remind our viewers as well that Falute not only supports, providing the service, a solution for our overseas families, she also injects back into the economy. So, it's a win-win for everyone. So, just remember that you are also helping Samoa's economy as well. So thanks, Falute.
Definitely. Now, please don't kill me if I pronounce this incorrectly. But the hotel, Taumeasina?
Yes.
How was that pronunciation? Was that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. I'm getting better. So they are currently in partnership with Samoan Tourism Authority and as well with Pacific 40. Can you talk to us a little bit about the collaboration and special you've got going on there?
Yes. I think just this week we've Taumeasina posted up their special for September, which is their room services, which was really good for the people overseas to know, because you never know, you're able to treat your family back home with a voucher to spend the night or even have dinner.
Yeah.
At Taumeasina. So our partnership with Samoa Tourism Authority, we've given them an opportunity for the hoteliers in Samoa to provide them with another e-commerce platform for people overseas to buy vouchers for the hotels. Given with the situation right now with the borders being closed, this was another initiative for them to help the hotel industry in Samoa. So far, with the partnership with STA, we've had quite a few customers buying vouchers for Taumeasina, and it's all for the purpose of entertainment, the hotel, spending a night there and dinner, and it's by way of a gift for your family in Samoa. So the opportunity is there, and the option of paying for a hotel voucher is there for our people overseas. At the end of the day, it's just making things very easy for our family overseas and for our people in Samoa. So the hotel vouchers are there. It's not only for Taumeasina. We've got Return to Paradise. They also have a special going on for Lotu Tamaiti, which is coming up next month.
Yeah.
So they also have a few specials there. Please head on to their Facebook page. You'll find all the details there. We'll also be posting it up on our Pacific 40s page. Amanaki Hotel, they've got daily specials with their meals. They've got misashimi. I know a lot of our viewers who've been there.
Yeah.
I miss it so much. I miss it too. We also have Langotso Resort. They have their pizza specials. They just by looking at the pictures of what they're posting, it just makes you want to go there, and the scenery is as well.
Yeah. Yes.
It's just so beautiful and so relaxing. You know, I believe we all wish to be there at this time. But yeah,
Definitely. I love that initiative as well, because the borders are currently closed at the moment, so we can't exactly travel. But you can have the illusion of the experience of, having a night away from your family, just going to a beautiful, nice hotel, having a beautiful meal, and kind of just experiencing that until borders open up, I guess. But it's really cool. Now, are you working with any new locations, any other new vendors that we can expect to be added to the list?
Yes, we have Tanoa Clothing and Eveni Carruthers. These two companies they've been serving Samoa for so many years. So Eveni specialized in clothing. They now have headed into sportswear, and so as Tanoa. Tanoa is all with the clothing, the LAs that they have in store now. The reason why we wanted to bring these guys up is Lotu Tamaiti is coming up. And we've had a lot of customers asking if these two companies are on our website. So hopefully by the end of this week or next week, we'll have them online for customers overseas to buy vouchers for their families, to buy anything for their families for Lotu Tamaiti. So, you have that option again to purchase a voucher with these two companies to buy your family or any of the kids their Lotu Tamaiti outfits for the coming Kids Sunday.
I love it. And Rachel has commented saying, nice. Wow. So as soon as that becomes available, I'm sure she'll be your first customer.
Yeah.
A golden Rachel. Now, we love your support, Rachel.
Yes, always.
But sorry, Falute, I know that we have mentioned it before, that the treats that we are helping our families in Samoa, and I think it's important to just also remind our viewers again about the purpose behind it, because everyone's like, oh, Maori gave me sente, but I don't think it's a waste of time. I actually really think it's important that during this time, and it's quite a stressful time for some of our families in Samoa, because they actually don't know what it's going to look like for them. How I don't know what's going to happen. I hear 2022. But even then, we're not actually sure. So can you just remind our viewers that why you have partnered up with Samoa Tourism Authority and why you have collaborated to bring these Treat Me vouchers back in the hotel?
Yes, I believe that the main reason behind this is just it's how much we've missed Samoa. It's really hard with the borders being closed, but it's another way of showing how much we miss home and how much we love our families. And by ways of the vouchers, it really, even if it's 100 tala voucher or a 200 tala voucher, although it's more than, but it really, I believe it really means a lot to those who will receive it back home. And just just a little treat will mean a lot to them, and even for us, when you buy something for someone, you really feel it. It really brings comfort to you and satisfaction that you've given something for someone that you really love back home, although you can't be there in person. Just like us, last month we celebrated my father-in-law's birthday, his 70th birthday. We couldn't be there, and as much as we want to go there, there's nothing much we can do but to send money there to celebrate his birthday and send vouchers. We send food vouchers to them every week, to buy stuff. The satisfaction just by sending that voucher really gives you that comfort, that you've done something good for someone back home. And they, I think last week he enjoyed, he went to Tomesina. So they had dinner there and they slept the night, and just by looking at his face, he's so happy and relaxed. And so, yeah, but I think it's just the feeling of alofa, at the end of the day, so, but yeah.
Oh,
If
man,
the alofa voucher can make that happen, then
that is awesome, because I remember seeing a few posts when you celebrated your father-in-law's 70th, and that was beautiful. And it's a difficult time, so being able to send the alofa back, and it's the form, the way you do it. I mean, yes, you can do it in the vouchers to the shop, but imagine if they can experience that luxury that we're so unique about it here in New Zealand. But I think while we can do it now, before the borders open, and then that rush of tourists will be there. But no, that's awesome. I know that I know you've mentioned the increase with a lot of vendors, and I've seen a lot of food, and of course the recent one, which is one of the popular hotspots there in Apia, was Georgie's Pizza, and I absolutely love Georgie's Pizza. So, and I think that's every time we go, I tell you, Seosia and Vanilla, and their family, just the way that they host. The pizzas are like top notch, and it goes to show, because Falute even vouched for them, that as soon as they launched Georgie's Pizza, that straight away they had sales on that day. So we've also seen Langoto Shop and Bakery. We've also seen is it Mavis Dairy and Bakery. Ray's Cake Factory, which also do wedding cakes. As well as Bella's Kitchen. And Bella's Kitchen one, I actually was looking into it in Apia, and some of it you can just treat your family from just 20 tala, which is probably what, I don't know if I'm calculating this right, about 10 tala, $8 New Zealand?
Yep. So we have the 30 tala one.
Oh, the
30 tala. So that's about 20 plus New Zealand dollars.
Yeah.
So it's the same as you treating your family over here at Melba's. You can buy them a $20 meal.
I actually think it's cheaper to treat someone in Samoa. But are there any other food outlets that you're probably looking at?
Yes, we have one. Hopefully as well. We've got Burger Bills.
Yeah.
So they have a branch in Savaii, in Salilonga, and one here at Fungalei. And Vaiteli. So that one is also coming up. I'm really hoping sometime this week or next week we'll have them up. So that's like a salmon version of McDonald's.
Yeah. Love it. I love how Bear has just listed like all the food vendors. I know, I do understand that food is life. I know, and it is probably like lunchtime. But apart from food, Falute, is there like any fashion and clothing stores that we can treat our families to?
Yes, last week as well we opened up Big and Small. So Big and Small has been in Samoa for 22 years. They were like the most popular ones because they bring in their stock from America. So you'll see also on their Facebook page, they've got a new stock of shoes, American shoes coming in. So, and even the clothing and the beautiful hats for White Sunday. Yeah, they're a bit pricey, but it's worth it's worth buying all those fashion clothes and accessories.
Everything's worth it when it comes to family, though, right?
Yeah.
So there you go, Bear. It's not just food on that list. But Rachel is asking, what is the best cake shop in Samoa on your list, please?
Best cake shop.
A tricky question.
I know, right? It's been a while since you had tasted any of their cakes. But Terry's cake has been the longest serving in Samoa. They have had a twist and taste, but the upcoming ones, which we have Ray's cake, Asiata bought a voucher, cake voucher there and for their family. The first question that he asked was, did it taste nice?
Yeah.
And he said that his auntie said, oh, it was the best cake on island. I've never tasted a cake.
Oh, wow. Well,
there
you go, Rachel, because she has 2 celebrations coming up in Samoa, and she will like to send the voucher for the best cake for her celebration in Samoa. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I love that. But just going back, I know that sometimes here in New Zealand we call it, can I pay half on the FPOS and half cash? Is that an option that our families in Samoa have? So I go in with a 30 tala talofa voucher. Can I pay the rest on cash?
Absolutely, you can. So if you've got if the cake cost $150 and you've only been given 100 tala voucher, you can pay cash of 50 tala to make up the price of the cakes or anything in store with our outlets, with all our vendors. Anything more than the voucher that you receive, you pay cash for it.
Oh, no, I love that. Thanks, producer Rams, for that split payment. Because I was just sitting here thinking, because sometimes Samoa, you send them 200 tala and they're like, oh, I'm short by $2. I'm like, I love it, $2. So I just thought I'd just double check, because sometimes they might go, can you just send me another $2? Just thought I'd check. Now, look, I know, Lute, electronic is a big thing. It is now how we connect with the world. It is really it's actually a must. It's before, I don't think it was a necessity to have, but it is now. We need it. It's actually a big must. I know Sab, you've also connected with Sab. So can you talk us a little bit about the service that you have with them?
Yes, so the vouchers, you can buy anything from stationery to electronics to homeware, which they have beds, they have couches, all sorts of furnitures. So the vouchers are open to all items that are sold at SSAP or Samoa Station Rear Bookstore. So they have branches at, I think, at Matafele. There's one in Savai, there's one at Waitele. So from any branch, you can purchase a talofa voucher and purchase any of the items. So it's been really good with Samoa Stationery. We've had families purchase, they've called us and asked if they have trampolines, if they have fridges, what are the prices. So we can also assist with them getting quotes for any item that they want at Samoa Stationery. It's also the same with Bluebird, because we had families who've called up, oh, we've got a quote for this project or for a building, for a house. So all sorts, or even just the little items like a generator, a tank, if we can provide them for quotes or for those items. So we're able to assist in getting some of those numbers in for you. And then you can just buy a voucher according to the price and purchase your item there. Yeah.
You know, Talofa voucher has been such a hit, and honestly, I'm loving the interaction that we're getting from Rachel at the moment. So thank you so much, Rachel. We love you so much. She said, I have introduced many family to Talofa voucher because they're pretty annoying me where and how to send this and that in Samoa. So yes, told them to hop onto Talofa voucher. So now they all join in and use this service. Thank you, beautiful ladies, for reminding our family we have easy service available. And she's absolutely right. It's so easy. Ben and I, we've tried it out, and I think it took like 1 minute the first time. And then once your device stored your details, it took like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I think the longest like step in the whole entire process is deciding how much you're going to send.
It is, because you're sitting there, you know, and but you know, I'm sorry, I know that we're going to wrap up, but just one last question, because I thought, I'm just thinking, you know, out loud, and it's in my head, and I thought, I know this is a question only for New Zealanders and anyone that's live in New Zealand. Do you think in the near future, would you be looking at a service that we can, for something like a big project in Samoa, would you have something like Afterpay available for these vouchers? Just asking for my dad.
Yeah.
Is that an option or something that you could potentially review later on? Obviously for New Zealand only, because I know is that something just for maybe like for example, maybe for like maybe a 500.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe $1,000 project up, because I think $500 is a doable amount here in New Zealand. But something like a bigger project, is that something that you could potentially be looking at as a business?
Yeah, we've looked into it. I've looked into lay-by and Afterpay for the business. They've yet to come back to us, but it is indeed a very good payment service and an option for people in New Zealand to be able to do that part payment. So we'll let those companies pay us, and then you pay them. Yeah, so that's the nature of those two businesses, with lay-by and Afterpay, but it is to be explored more as another alternative for people to pay for a voucher. Yeah.
No, I've said it just recently, but I absolutely love Rachel. Like, her last comment has just made me laugh. She said, I lied to my family I don't have money because I don't want to go and send money. But with Talofa voucher, I finally show them I love them. I love you, Rachel, so much.
And the other good thing is, even if you send 100 tala, and you just tell them, okay, you spend that 100 tala very wisely, and make sure that you get everything that you need instead of wasting it on other stuff.
You know what? I'm just laughing. I don't know if it's Rachel she's talking about. I don't know if it's her family or she's talking about her husband's family.
Don't answer that, Rachel. Don't answer that.
Look, Falute, it's always an honor having you. What a privilege to always have you. We knew that during lockdown it's difficult for our families. We thought, our Tuesday, we always love to promote Samoa and any services that are available. And I know a few people have tuned in and said, oh, E.T., 8 o'clock. I already reminded you like 6 months in a row now. E.T., 8 p.m. Sorry. While we're on that, thank you so much, Tui, for allowing us to share on your platform. So thank you for your support. Thank you to all of our viewers, to, of course, our sponsors. And tomorrow we do have a very, very special guest. We have 2 musicians on the show tomorrow, so hopefully they don't get called to a busy, I know that these musicians have busy schedules to make sure that they keep us entertained during lockdown. So hopefully the boys don't get called to do other busy stuff. So so keep an eye out tomorrow. We've got some good guest tomorrow as well. Claudia, did you have any, sorry, Falute, did you have any final words before we wrap up?
Oh, no, I just wanted to thank you, ladies, for another opportunity to share our business on Blue TV. It's always an honor to have you, both of you. And just wanted to thank our viewers. Thank you, Rachel, for watching in and for always supporting our businesses, and also for sharing Pacific 40 with your family and friends. We really appreciate that. Just to our viewers, if you have any questions, any concerns about the business, I am so happy to take any questions. Other than that, please head on to our website. If you wish to buy a voucher for your family in Samoa, it's very simple, and it's very easy, and they receive it instantly. And if any problems in between those processes, please let us know. We've got our contacts on our website and on our Facebook page. You'll find us there. We're open during lockdown. We've been taking calls all from 8 o'clock until 10, 12 o'clock at night. It's okay. You can call us because the platform is a 24/7 service. We should also be available to take any calls, and we're happy to do so. Other than that, ladies, it's only Tuesday.
It is only Tuesday.
Feels like a Friday.
It was my Friday. It was my Friday last night.
It was. Yeah, we had a lot of fun last night. But I just want to say as well to you, Falute, thank you so much for joining us today. You know, it's always an honor. And I just also want to point out that every time we've had you on the show, you're always so gracious. But what I really admire as well is that every time you're on the show, you're always talking about new ways to improve your business and to better serve our people. And honestly, I think that's absolutely amazing. So thank you so much again for joining us. And hopefully we get to see you soon in person.
Yeah, hopefully.
Those hugs and those free feeds, eh?
Yeah, and it's lunch.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure after the lockdown, Talae will have built up a massive account for us to go on a lunch date. But thank you once again, Falute.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you to producer Rams. But everybody, tune in again to our brother Lorenzo straight after this at 3 o'clock, and also to our brother Asiata as well later on in the evening at 5:30, because I think he's got some interesting things to talk about too tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
I know. Ka kite anō, so far so far.
So far.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
Ole si tūlanga pitusili o le tāu. Ole lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. Ona whaanga le e whaatau ai o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa so fua tau e le sia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo fo voucher. Ila wana fa tau ma me te mga ai. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo voucher o mo le apususi o se wa fine. So se paro loa fai ngo fie. A me se le ferwa I mala telefoni. Tai mi uma. Ai lo la fo merkes ona ino do tamao le ainga.
Pa te tu la le talo voucher mo le foi au nang fo pa tai. Ma lu la le tsam pai.
Pa tai talo voucher. Teki talo voucher.
O le whaamama awenga Lene ma le Pacific Easy, mo au tupe whaamomoli Samoa, au tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaawa yaso. Whaonga nei lola na waunanga forward ta ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua I whaingo fia lava. Na o le tipose mai lava lau se Lene matua account, o le whaatino leo la foina o lau se Lene mo a inga I Samoa. E ia inga I tahu na whaamalia ina. Mo nisi whaamatalanga I Lene au nanga fo. Bala au le telefoni o valu se lau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa I le valu tolu o.
nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Matau te utuina lo ta vale, ma le tele onisi o matu au nanga ese ese. Ai le ngata foi le, matau te sia ke ina fo i lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang vai pa olosa? Awalnya telepon, matu te siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Molo no posila fia. Mua tapi lah ucapan le peaut. Tapi lah telefon ni tai meu tu ina lah ucapan. Mal vai ngamul. Mana tua fo? E matua I fasa aina, lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga fapengi. Ota Samoa, ore mota mo Samoa. Mato te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa. Aftaila fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Squad, baby. Rex, J Sands. Oh, say I'm a say you are complete to me, I get you. By the way that you move and the way that you smile. Say, oh my Dorima, baby, you be giving your hand, I'll take you anywhere. You give me something that I never had. Cause you care, but about to me and the family. Say, why you waiting on me to talk to you? Yeah, I'ma listen what y'all say. Yeah, don't move on in and come here. Yeah, they on the nail, to dirty wine, girl, dirty wine. Yeah, say, tama in, they not the pipe, say.